What is going on, Trash Talkers? We are back with another episode for you. In today's video, we're going to give you our draft profile and analysis for Georgia defensive end Travon Walker. All that and much more coming your way right now. All right, Nick, with the scouting combine over, we turn our attention to the draft at the end of April, and we start off with Travon Walker, the big edge defender coming out of the University of Georgia. We talked about Jordan Davis a little bit, but now it's time for his running mate, Travon Walker, to enter the mix, and this man stands at 6'5", 272 pounds. This guy is just an absolute bully on the end of a defensive line. PFF ranks him as the number 4 edge defender in this draft class, and your pro comparison for Travon Walker is Chandler Jones. I like this a lot. You talked about it a lot. He has the same exact measurables as Chandler Jones did back when he was at the combine. So I like Travon Walker and Chandler Jones being compared to each other. When you take a look at his career stats, though, he played for 3 years at the University of Georgia, 29 games, 61 total tackles, 9 sacks, and 13 tackles for loss. This guy was all over the football field, making plays, always disrupting opposing offenses, and I can fully expect him to do the same thing at the next level.
Absolutely, and when we look at how he stacks up against everybody else, his strengths are where his measurables come into play. He's long and powerful at the point of attack. When you look at that 6'5" frame, he's got 83-inch arms that he can stretch out and use against tackles who are not as long. He can use that to his advantage, just like Chandler Jones did. Chandler Jones did not have the best college stats, but as soon as he came into the NFL, he was coached up and able to use his body to his full potential. Travon Walker is going to be the exact same way. It wasn't until the last year at Georgia where he fully got to show what he's capable of doing. He had 6 sacks in that senior season, and that was just the brink of what he's able to do. What you saw at the combine was just another glimpse into what he's going to be able to do. His bend is something like you don't see from other guys. Travon Walker has a tremendous amount of upside, and that's why we see him flying up the draft board as we speak. He does have a few weaknesses that need to be worked on. His motor needs to improve tremendously. This guy teeters off as the game goes on. He struggles when the play develops, and he struggles to keep his momentum up where the ball goes. He's not going to be able to keep up with some of these speedier guys, Lamar Jackson, Kyler Murray. He's not going to be as impactful as it stands, and he struggles with top tackles in college. When we look at Evan Neal and how he played up against Evan Neal in that national championship game, he got completely blanketed. Travon Walker did not show up and was not able to show what he's fully capable of doing. He's got to improve his game up against the best of the best if he's going to reach his full potential. These are some small nitpicky things, but they're going to have a big impact if he can't correct them.
Yeah, I mean, Travon Walker has shown an elite ability to get after the quarterback when he can bully tackles. It's about going against the top-end tackles that are really going to be questions for him moving forward. But when you take a look at potential teams looking at just the raw skill set that they're going to have to work with, we start off with a team like the New York Giants, who have 2 first-round draft picks. And when you're looking at the team needs for the Giants, you see that edge defender is right up there along with some of the other things that they have to address. I believe that they need a running mate for Leonard Williams to really put pressure on the opposing quarterbacks that they have in their division. You look at Jalen Hurts, you look at Dak Prescott, you look at whoever Washington's going to put out there next season. The fact is that most of these guys are mobile and they have what it takes. Travon Walker can run after these guys. He's got the reach to bring them down. He has the skill set. It's all about honing it in. I think that the Giants would be well fitted and well suited to draft Travon Walker.
Another potential team is the Atlanta Falcons. They were the worst team when it came to getting to the quarterback. They just got rid of Dante Fowler for how little he was able to do as an edge defender, and they are desperate for a guy like Travon Walker. With his measurables and his upside, the Atlanta Falcons will definitely be considering him, as they need to improve this vastly. They've got the linebackers. They're starting to figure out the secondary with AJ Terrell. It's time they figure out this edge and get Travon Walker.
Next up, we see the Denver Broncos, and the Broncos just traded away Von Miller, who had been their franchise edge defender for the last decade or so. Now, Travon Walker could enter into the mix and be that guy that they have been lacking over the last season or so. The Denver Broncos have the entire defense built and ready to go. They need an edge defender that can get home and get after opposing quarterbacks. I believe Walker is that guy, and they would be well suited to draft Walker in the first round.
And finally, the Baltimore Ravens, they struggled as well getting to the quarterback last season. Odafe Oweh looked great in the first half, but definitely has to improve as he struggled in the second half. If they were to add Travon Walker opposite Odafe Oweh, this would be a very young and fast edge that the Baltimore Ravens would be able to pair with their already stellar secondary when healthy. To me, the Baltimore Ravens defense has been at the top for a long time, and if they're going to stay there, they need another guy like Travon Walker.
Absolutely. I think all these teams make a ton of sense for Travon Walker. I believe they have the entire defense built up. They just need one edge defender to really get after these opposing quarterbacks. I could see him with all of these teams, but only one of them is going to be able to select him, and whoever does is going to have a great player for many years to come. All right, well, I want to hear from you guys. Let us know in the comments down below what you think of Travon Walker, where you think he should be drafted, and who your pro comparison is for him. All right, well, that's going to be all for now. Thank you all for watching. Be sure to like this video and subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. Hit that notification bell. We go live every single day. That'll be all. Peace and love.